Welcome back. In this video, I want to talk about techniques. I'm going to show you my approach, how to start ideas and to get things going. This sample that I want to show you was recorded with the Voice Note app on my iPhone, and I just imported that into Logic. So let's quickly analyze what we just heard. Some moody, dreamy guitar chords, lovely stuff. But it's a little bit out of time. We need to chop it up definitely. Also, sound-wise, there's a lot to do. You could tell there's maybe even some ocean in the background. Also, there's a lot of noise due to the iPhone recording. So we definitely need to clean that up. First thing is I would like to chop up the chords so we can see what we're working with. So as always, there's many ways to do it. Logic got this feature called Flex Time. I'm not using this right now since I don't know the beats per minute yet. So I'm just gonna go old school. I'm gonna zoom in and just cut the chords, zoom in a little bit further so I can trim the ends and just choose the chords that I want to use. And then later on, there's a cool app that's called Music Math. And then we can just tap the beats per minute and take it from there. So I tap 144 beats per minute, and here are the chopped chords. So the first step basically is done. We chose our chords that we want to use. We edit them correctly. We set fades and we set our beats per minute. And now I feel it's a little bit too slow, so I just want to speed it up slightly. I'm going to go up to 148. Let's check it out. By setting crossfades, these overlapping regions gonna fade in smoothly. So I'm gonna consolidate that. I like that, and I wanna move on further. We got our chords, we chopped them up, we got the tempo right, and it's all sitting tight on the grid, in the tempo, and now it's time to process it further. So the first plugin that I'm loading up is FabFilters Pro Q3, because I want to cut some of the frequencies that I don't like. I'm going to roll off at like 55, then underneath 10K slightly. Going to roll off some of the high end. And then there's like one note that I don't really like. It's like around 420. So I'm going to cut these frequencies to start filtering the sample. We're gonna enable the high cut. To roll off some of the highs, and now we're gonna enable the mid band. Alright, first things first. Now we're gonna move on to our second plugin in our channel strip. And this one is called Gain Station by Mike Dean. It's gonna really thicken up and compress our sample, so we're gonna gain some loudness. So after boosting up this plugin, we're also boosting some more frequencies that we need to take control of. So there's another filter or EQ that I want to load up and cut frequencies that I don't like. So in this EQ, there's a little bit more going on, but still at this point, we're just gonna cut frequencies. There's a band at like 90, 130, another one at 400, and one at 630. Then we're gonna add a low cut at like 60 hertz. So now that we really went in and cleaned up the sample, we want to process it further by pitching it. And my go-to pitch plugin is Elastic Pitch. So let's dive in to Elastic Pitch and check it out a little bit more detail. What I really like about this plugin is that you can change the pitch and the timbre, so that's the harmonics, separately. So let's go back to default and listen to the sample. All right, now I want to go in, change the timbre, -2. Let's check it out. So obviously you can tell the pitch staying the same, but we're changing the harmonics. So it feels a little bit less noisy and almost a little bit filtered. Let's change the second parameter by pitching it down -7 semitones. All right, now the magic is starting to unfold. This is sounding really moody. On to the next plugin, another filter. As you can tell, I like to use multiple EQs and filters to get the job done. For me, it's more detailed rather than just using one. So now that we pitched it down, there's more lower frequencies to take care of. That's why we're cutting at like 110. We are also cutting around 7K, and there's also a mid band. And now we're going to bring in the bands individually to hear the outcome. So there's a lot of bass to handle. So the first band is going to be the low cut. Due to the crispiness, let's call it that way, we are cutting also at like 11K. Since this band is not enough, we are using another high cut at around 7K. This is sounding much better already. We are getting rid of this harshness. So there's one last band to check out. Lovely stuff so far. All right, there's another plugin that I'd like you to introduce you to. If you do not know it already, it's called Byte by Native Instruments. This is a really cool plugin that I'm using a lot lately. It's not only allowing you to change the bit rate, but also the sample rate of your given sample while keeping the original sample rate in your session. Also, it's coming with a really cool filter section, and let me tell you, these filters are sounding amazing. So as you can tell, I reduced the sample rate to 22 kilohertz. Now I'm gonna bypass the plugin, and as I'm playing, I'm gonna enable it. Such a cool plugin. For me, definitely a game changer. It's a cool way because we're keeping the same energy, we are keeping the same vibe by reducing the sample rate. We're also reducing frequencies, and it's a really cool way to further manipulate a sample. on to our last plugin in our chain. This one is fun. This one is called Magic Dice, and we're gonna add some more reverb and some more ambience. Let's check it out.